It is Taco Tuesday for magicians, all about magic tricks, all about free giveaways, and our first giveaway is right now. If you were watching us live, you could have been one of our winners, but these friends are in the running for some free stuff. So let me go ahead and shuffle up the wheel just a tad. Thank you, Ron Jackson, for the like, and let's see who that first winner will be. Here we go. All right. Good luck, everybody, on the first free giveaway of our show tonight. Here we go. Cool to see new members of our Magic family. I would agree with that, Mr. Ron Jackson. Thank you, Richard Jones, for the like. I see you. And our first winner coming on up on the prize wheel is the one and only Derek Bumpus, the head of the Bumpus fam over there. Congratulations going out to our friend, Mr. Bumpus. Congratulations. All right. Always nice to see some of our friends out there winning some free stuff. And if you haven't watched here before, the first prize each week is a free Magic download. Our team will pick out something special for you, something good. And this is how to get it right here, info@allthingsmagic.com. We appreciate you being here, and this is just one of our ways to say thank you for watching by doing our free giveaways. And don't forget, if you didn't win tonight, you're not a winner tonight. It could be next week. So be sure to tune in. It could be you. And let's go ahead and give him one of the OG winners. I think I have one coming up. Where is that? I think I have the old winner right here. What did I do with it? Is this it?
Winner, chicken dinner.
All right, congratulations to Derek Bumpus. Go ahead and reboot the wheel. If you are just getting here, though, don't forget, there's still plenty of time for you to win. We can add you to the wheel as the show goes on, but I do need you to let me know, just like David did out there. He's saying hello, but we're also going to get David a chance to win some free stuff just for watching, just for being here tonight, along with this friend here over on YouTube, Bruni. How we doing out there, Bruni? Another new name, 2711. You are also in the running for some freebies on tonight's show. And I did not miss you. Did I get Dave Wargo? Let me make sure I got Dave on there. I think I do, but let me just double check. All right, friends. Wargo. All right, there we go. So I saw on the way in there were some people, I think it was Billy Effner, asking some questions about the brand new Savant deck. And so I thought that's where we might want to start off tonight. This is brand new Magic. This was just released a few hours ago as of this morning. And it is here, it is new, and we are going to give you a little bit of a breakdown on what this is about and answer some of the questions. Now, honestly, this is not one of those things where there is a whole lot of stuff I can tell you, because this is more of a utility device to use for a lot of different things. But I try to do my best to at least break down what some of those things are as we do this closer look at the Savant deck. So first of all, what is this? I wouldn't call this a single trick. As you can see in the name alone, Savant deck, which means the deck allows you to do a whole lot of stuff with it. There are things included like any card, any number, 3 different versions, a self-working version. There's a version with the blank deck. You have things with UV lights. You can do things where you act like you are Rain Man, where you could do crazy, incredible math, but you don't really have to. That is on here. There's also a way for you to have someone cut off a certain number of cards, and you can, just by glancing at the group of cards on the table, you can tell them exactly what all those cards add up to if you were to add up all the values, which is kind of in that Rain Man situation there. I have some notes here. I'm going to take a look at these. I want to make sure you get all of the things that I had in mind for you here. I'm also going to see if I can play this behind me a little bit here. We'll do that. So this is Lloyd performing one of the tricks from the Savant deck. I want to let you know this is in true Craig Petty and Lloyd Barnes style. There are, I think it just said 12 tricks that you can do with this. Also want to let you know that the instructional is about 4 hours, but they broke it up into different sections this time. Literally, there's different video players for the different sections. This is the one where you're going to see the guy actually shuffling the deck. That's what's really cool about the Savant deck is, while it's a gimmick deck, they can handle it, they can shuffle it, they can give it some riffle shuffles. And then everything happens out of your control. Everything happens in their hands. And I think in this particular version, they are going to cut off some cards or get cards and put them on the table, and then he'll be able to tell them what they all add up to. So he's cut the deck, and I think he's going to deal out some cards once he cuts them off. So another really cool thing about this is you can also literally do what he just did, shuffle up the deck. They go in, they pull out a card, they put it away, and you're able to tell them what card they just pulled out of the deck, almost like you have this crazy memory. So here, and yeah, 4 hours, that's yours money's worth for sure. Yeah. So, and there's also another section in the instructional that has live performances. I think there's four full uncut performances of this being used in a couple different ways. So that's also nice to see this used in real time, fully uncut. And this, of course, is one of the things that you're going to be seeing here. So there you go. Eric Elmore, I wonder if the Savant deck will break the 55-page thread. Yeah, no kidding, right over the cafe. So if you notice, he just cut off some cards. In his mind, he had him try to cut off a certain number. He counted them down, and now he's shuffling up this packet of cards again, and now he's spreading them out along the table. Very, very easily right now, Lloyd could turn around, take a quick peek, turn back around, and tell him what all these cards add up to. And what I mean by that is there's different values. There's the number cards. The queens are 12s, kings are 13s, the jacks are 11s. All the other ones are, and then the ace is 1. So all these add up, right, to a number at the end. And just by turning around and looking, turn back around, you can tell them the total that adds up to. Again, that's just one of the things that you can do with it. There are also some gambling routines taught with this that you can do. There's a crazy memory kind of exercise that you're showing that you can do. And he just turned around and told him that that adds up to 91. If you were really doing this with someone, there is no way that you would be able to turn around, take a peek, and tell them all that quickly. So it is something that happens in a blink. There's also some magic square stuff with this, which I think is really, really cool. A lot of people do the magic square by just having a card named, or excuse me, a number named. But now you can do that using the deck and getting the numbers kind of like this made, and then you can do like a whole magic square routine with that, which is really, really cool. Joshua Hill says, from what I understand, it's not marked. I'm not sure how this is done. It is not a marked deck. I will say that Lloyd's handling, he uses hand markings to do some of the stuff. That doesn't mean you have to. He just takes like a Sharpie or a pen or a pencil and just marks some cards to do some of the things. You do not have to do that. Craig does some of this stuff one way. Lloyd does some of the stuff the other way. So there is that if you want to use it, but you do not have to, and the deck is not marked at all, which is important to note. Let me see here. And again, the deck can be shuffled by the spectator. You saw that at the beginning. And it is a gimmick deck that is going to be specifically used for the tricks that you're going to be doing with this. So if you know there's one of the tricks you want to do from this, then that's what you would use the deck for. And even though you can show it as clean as possible, even though they can handle it, even though they can shuffle it, this is a deck that's meant to do this trick. Now, honestly, if you wanted to do other tricks after this, you could still use the deck, but then the deck is now going to be, you need to reset it again later to do that type of trick again. So technically, when you're performing, you could use the deck afterwards to do some other stuff, but that means then that you totally have to, behind the scenes, reset the deck to get it back to the way that you want to. The other nice thing about this is the deck is set up in a way that you kind of have control over how you want to use it. Okay? So it's not just like this is a one way to use the deck. As I mentioned, Craig and Lloyd both use the deck in a different way. And it is a standard rider-back deck. That is correct. It is a standard rider-back deck with the Savant deck. So there's a whole lot of stuff on here. I don't know why that just went away. Let me see if I can get this back over here. We'll actually jump over here. A whole lot of stuff taught on here from the boys. I had a question coming in here saying, did I think it was worth it? Billy Effner, for $35, I do think that this is worth it. It's also worth noting, and it is mentioned in the crediting, that this is based around a Owen Packard thing from the past. They have built on his original concept. I think it was called the Rama deck, if I'm not mistaken. And not only do they have crediting, but they also show you how they've taken that and now done something different with it. So if you are familiar with Owen Packard's Rama deck, which came out many, many moons ago, This is building from that, and they do acknowledge that. I definitely think that that's something that we want to mention as well. I know a deck reset can be done quickly with practice. Is that the case with this? Honestly, if you were just going to do the one trick and then you put the deck away and use another deck, the deck would be much easier to reset. It pretty much resets in real time. However, if you were going to use the deck to do another trick, then you would need to go away and set this up, and it would probably take you a couple minutes to do that. So there you go. Let me see if there are any other questions here. This one effect had me stumped beyond belief. Yeah, and I think there's also a way to do the number effect that we saw at the beginning there with change. So basically, if you wanted to have someone do this, where the cards end up being dealt out and the values, you have some change on the table, you add up the numbers from the cards and it matches the amount of change that's on the table, which is also pretty neat. So it's a very cool way to get this information to you without them ever feeling that you've done anything, because you haven't touched the deck, you haven't shuffled it, you haven't done anything with it. So there you go. Jim says he ordered his this morning. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate your support out there. So is this a standard or gimmick deck? This is gimmicked. It's a gimmicked red Riderback deck from Bicycle. But the cool thing is, again, they get to handle the deck. They get to shuffle the deck. You can show the deck, and it looks normal, although there's some secret stuff going on. So there you go. Daniel T. Geddes, Luke Dancy, we're not selling if you didn't think it was worth it. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if they had tried to sell this for about $50, I think I probably would have been a bit more reserved about telling you about this. But at $35, I think that the thinking behind this, I think that obviously you're supplied with what you need, and the different type of routines that you can do with it, I think justify $35 very, very easily. So yes, I definitely think that this is something that I could get behind for sure. So there you go. It's not a stack. There is some stuff going on, but keep in mind again, Billy, the deck is being shuffled. So a deck shuffled by your spectator, they could not shuffle a deck stacked in Pneumonica or an Arison stack. So keep that in mind. Again, they're shuffling a deck. You can't do that with a stacked deck, right? The system involved, it'll make you smile when you see how they've gotten this to work. That's really all I can say with that. How we doing, Lou? Always good to see you out there. Thanks for joining us. If there are any other questions, is Aussie Aces fun or? Oh, it's great, Richard. It's a fun one. It's a fun little packet trick. If you picked that one up recently, I think you'll have fun with it. If you haven't received it yet, it is fun. It's a fun one. Let me see if there are any other questions. We'll probably cut this and put it up later, but that's a lot of it. Let me just see if there's anything else. What slights are involved? Honestly, this is pretty much slight free. Great question from Joshua Hill out there. I'm so glad that you thought to ask that, because I didn't have it on my notes here. I'm actually going to bring that question back up one more time. This is something that even in the ad copy here, it says, powerful magic, 0 sleight of hand. That's the best part. Anybody can do this. Joshua Hill and everyone out there. Basically, 0 sleight of hand involved here, because they're doing everything. The deck is out of your hands. You just need to know how to do the stuff upstairs, which honestly is very, very easy to do. So really no sleights really involved here. Will you need a refill or just buy another deck when needed? Yeah, I mean, this isn't something that's going to wear out, right? It's not like RNS. It's nothing like that. So it's not like it's something that's going to be wearing out over time. This is something that, as long as you just take care of the deck, and if you want to just use it for one of the tricks from here, the deck will last you for a very, very long time. But there are no actual refill parts for this. It's just the deck itself. And honestly, when you see the method, you may even be able to make your own. So there you go. As David Jonathan says, the tutorial is great. So many clever applications for it. That was the other thing I wholeheartedly believe in, and I mentioned earlier, is there's so much taught here. 4 hours, so many different type of routines. Again, you've got like the Rain Man stuff, you got memory stuff, gambling stuff, any card at any number, an impossible reveal of a card. They shuffle the deck, they take out a card, and you can tell them which card they took out and put in their pocket. Magic Squares stuff, which is really cool. The UV light thing, which I think is, again, a very nice touch with this too. So yeah, a lot of stuff. And it's nice to see another pro out there, Mr. David Jonathan, chiming in on that, because I know he's familiar with it for sure. Question, Luke, could you in the future make custom magic sets different values? We'll definitely look into that, John Hayes. Thanks for asking. There you go. Can you use as a regular deck afterwards? Would you have to switch it? You could use this to do some other things afterwards, but it's not something you would want to continue to perform with just straight up after that. You could do a couple things, but I would definitely recommend that if you want to do a longer routine, or routines, I should say, then I would switch the deck for another deck. But it's not like one that you just have to use it and then put it right away, right? Because it is very, 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 very open with what's going on and how free it looks and everything like that. So there we go. Good question. Good question. All right. Let's see. Do you need different setups for those different effects? No, really. The only routine that you really need to worry about having a different setup for is the UV light effect, because obviously that requires a little bit of different setup with the UV light going on in a different presentation. But other than that, a lot of these are done with the same method, because the system in play is what kind of makes all this work. It's kind of like the image here that you see. I think this is the Da Vinci thing. This literally in the middle where he is, that's where the system is, and then it branches off into all these other ways. I don't know if they did that on purpose, but that's how I interpreted that, because it is true. You've got this core thing, and then you can do this and this and this and this and this, but it all stems from here, right? So there you go. Thank you, Steve Zelke, for the one. Wait, that's not one. That's 10,000. Oh my God! Holy shit!
What the
Whoa!
hell? Oh my God, no way.
Whoa. What in the Savant deck was that? Steve Zelke with 10,000 stars over on Facebook. Holy crap. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. Wow. Everybody in the chat, blow it up. And another 5,000 stars.
What the
What?
hell?
What?
Oh my God,
Steve
no way.
Zelke, you are too kind. Yes, 15,000 stars by the Z-Man. Holy crap, man. Wow. Thank you, Steve Zelke. Wow. Damn. Amazing. Let's see if I can answer the question I had up there before. Sorry, Mr. Demon. Is it so easy that Justin's dad can do it 100%? Yes. This is a very, very easy thing to do. Yes, it is. Yes, I got thrown off there by Steve Zelke. Good Lord. Thank you, Mr. Zelke. Wow. You are too kind, my friend. Wow. All right, so I think that'll wrap it up for the Savant deck. But if you guys do want to know anything else about it along the way tonight, feel free to ask. And also thank you for the like out there, Steve Zelke. So that's it. That'll wrap it up tonight for the Savant deck mini review. As always, if you have more questions, drop them below. All right, so hopefully this was helpful, and it's got our little stamp of approval there. Savant deck, brand new stuff for you. Speaking of brand new, it is a brand new week at the world famous Magic Castle in Hollywood, over there in the Los Angeles area. So we're going to go ahead and take a peek now to see who is at the Magic Castle this week. All right, that is jacked up, so we'll just do this. Thank you, Rick Mears, for the like. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
So it is a new week at the world famous Magic Castle, and there are some amazing people here this week. I was very excited to tell you about, especially the close-up gallery. Holy moly, it's an amazing week. Thank you, Joshua Hill. You are also amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. Close-up gallery. This is not a glitch. This is not a mistake. Look at this powerhouse lineup. We've got David freaking Regal in the early close-up gallery. In the mid-section of the evening, John Bostafero. Holy crap. And in the late close-up, Larry Wilmore. The powerhouse, the trifecta, is in full effect. Holy crap. What a great-looking group of people there. Parlor of Prestidigitation, another amazing lineup here. We've got Peter Samuelson from Monday Night Magic fame and other places, of course. He was on Full List, did a kick-ass job there. And John Sharrock. John Sharrock, another pro, has been around for a while. These two guys are also top tier magicians in the parlor. Palace of Mystery, more amazing stuff, right? Thank you, John Carter, for the 500 stars. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you. Palace of Mystery, Gregory Wilson, Cody Fisher's favorite magician. We have Gustavo Raleigh, one of my old pals out there. He's going to be there. And we have Alexander Great, who I believe is also a Vegas magician as well. So a nice lineup in the Palace of Mystery. And I'm very happy for Gustavo. I think this is his first time there. Library Bar, we have Mark A. Gibson. He's a new name to me, but maybe not to you. In the Pillar Theater, we have the Charlatans. All right, so there we go. Hat and Hair, we've got our familiar trio here, Nick, Mike, and Bob. And in the Parlor Kids shows, Saturday and Sunday brunch, we have John Chirac doing his thing there. What a great looking week at the Magic Castle. I wish I was closer. I would definitely make a pit stop there, but soon. I will get back to the Magic Castle soon. It's also worth noting a couple of things, as always. If you want to see the full lineup, the times and the days, some of these people kind of come and go, be sure to visit magiccastle.com. Click on the Now Appearing tab at the top. And it's also worth noting, if you look at the very, very top of the page here, the Magic Castle will be closed June 30th through July 8th for some scheduled maintenance. So if you were planning on visiting, or traveling rather, to visit the castle, be sure that you do not visit during that period of time, because the doors will be locked and there will be no one there to say, welcome. You'll be there by yourself, and then you'll have to go walking down the Hollywood Boulevard with your head hung, looking sad, and but you'll be dressed in style, but still there will be no Magic Castle. So kick-ass week at the Magic Castle this week. All right, and speaking of the trio that I mentioned at the close-up gallery, I also found this for you guys. John Guastafaro, this was from the first night, which would be last night, at the castle. This is the shot from the street, the iconic shot. It looks like they're celebrating old Pride Month, and happy Pride Month to our friends that celebrate. We also have David Regal, we have Brandy, and we have John Guastafaro in the back there. And we have the trio that I was just mentioning. No, that's not the trio. That is John Guastafaro, Larry Wilmore, and is that John Chirac? I don't think that is that John Chirac. But this is the close-up gallery room, I think, or is this the parlor? It's kind of hard to tell. And this is the flyer that goes out showing the people that are in the castle at different times too. So very cool. Glad that John posted this so we could share it with you all here. So there you go. A little bit of love, a little bit of magic going down at the world famous Magic Castle this week. All right. There are other places bringing you magic. There are also some conventions coming up very, very soon. Of course, we're starting with the Magic Live convention coming up here the first week of August. Looking forward to seeing some of our friends there for that. It's going to be a great time, and I'm looking forward to seeing some of you there. All right. On the Magic side, have some other exciting news for you, friends. This is some great stuff. We made an announcement about this yesterday, I believe in an email. Bottle Pocket. This one is kick-ass. It is F-bomb approved. It is back in stock in very limited quantities. We have been stocking up on these and restocking to keep up with the demand. So if you've had your eye on this, the time is now, I guess. This is the version that is super small. We sell both versions here. We have the small pocket version and we have the larger regular bottle version. But this is the thing that you can now carry in your pocket. You can really see how small the size is of the bottle. It does work the same way as the original bottle, but the size is smaller, which means you can make smaller things appear in the bottle. But man, this is great. Just throw it in your pocket and you will be ready to rock and roll with this. That is officially, again, back in stock. Oh, yeah! We will put the link in the chat. Again, we have a limited number of these, so don't miss out. If you've been keeping an eye on yours, make it now. Make it happen now. There you go. That is the Bottle Pocket back in stock. Also, these were, I think there was one other thing that was back in stock, but I will come back to that later. How about them apples? All right, there we go. A little bit more of the news, and also want to let you guys know tonight, I don't think this is working. Not a big deal. Tonight's big giveaway is over $300 worth of magic. So if you want to enter to win, and of course if we hit the goal, if we hit the goal a little bit lower, then of course we'll lower what that is. But let me just double check the price on this because we are going to give this away tonight. The big bundle of magic. One of the items tonight alone is worth $130. A $130 prize included in this bundle of stuff. A magic, all things magic, bag of goodness. One of these is from Bill Abbott, worth $130. We have another $170 worth of magic in here for you. But I will show you what that trick is in a little bit. But there's some killer magic in here. I'll show you a couple more of these as the show goes on. But if you want to enter, a couple ways that you can do that right now for as little as $5. You can enter with the stars on Facebook. If you're not familiar with that, you can do that here. We also offer the Super Chat over on YouTube. That is a $5 minimum. And we offer raffle tickets, which we have some sweet deals for you with the raffle tickets. The link is in the chat coming up for you there. So do not miss out on this big bundle of magic. Again, one of these things alone is a $130 showpiece from Bill Abbott. And I will show it to you here shortly, along with some of the other hand-picked stuff, because there's some killer stuff in here that I know you would love to have. So you can win for as little as $5. Crazy. And I believe there was another dono from Steve Zelke. Let me just keep my eyes on that, because I think I missed it. Let me just see real quick. Let's go over here and here. And I think I missed it. The Z-Man is back. That's what Scott R. Smith's saying. Let us see what that was, because I think I was running through all the other stuff when this happened. Let's see. Here comes my alert. Oh, another 2,000 stars from Steve Zelke. Yeah, man. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
As Ken Dump says, anything from Bill Abbott is a worker. I would agree with that 1,000% or 10,000% since Steve Zelke donated 10,000 stars. We'll do 10,000%. Gello is looking for a win tonight. Don't forget to add me to the wheel, Luke. Hope all is well. All is very, very well. Thank you, Mr. Gello. Gello, you are now in the running for some free stuff. Thanks for joining us tonight. You are ready for some good stuff. All right. So let me see here. Oh, yes. I wanted to also share with you some also very, very cool stuff going on out there in the magic world. Also saw this. Mark Coleman, totally off topic. When is this Spectra Jam coming on out? Great question from Mark Coleman. The good news is I have a little bit more that I can share with you. So Magic Live is coming, I think it starts the 2nd or 3rd of August. We are planning on releasing it right before the Magic Live convention that's coming up here this summer. So it is coming soon. We are finalizing things on our end. It was kind of a conscious decision that we already made it this far. Let's just wait till the convention. That way I can also demo it for people at the convention and really get the word out about it. So we're looking for a right around Magic Live convention time frame for Spectra. And I am very excited for you guys to see that. And speaking of that, I don't think I've shared this in a minute. So the hype is real. That's coming soon, friends, sooner than you think. I'm very excited. And not only have we produced the product for you, the instructional is in detail, but I also give you the reason why. And I think that's what's important for me when it comes to releasing Magic. I'm not going to give you the story here. We did film it, but I want to let you know that the reason that I even came up with Spectre is because I was performing. I tried something. You know what I mean? When you're in that mood and you feel like trying, you're gutsy and you want to try these things that might hit sometimes. I did that, and then it happened, it worked, and then I walked away going, holy shit, if I could really do that, we've got something special here. 4 or 5 years later, I made it happen. So that is something that is created not just because of another product, because of something I really wanted to perform 100% of the time. And that's what you get with Spectre. So, I can't wait. I cannot wait. The hype is real for me. I'm very, very stoked to bring it to you. So anyway, that is coming your way soon. So there you go. Long overdue. Yes, very much long overdue for sure. You know what? I think it's now time to jump into our topic of the week. Each week, not only are we talking about magic tricks, this is kind of like an all-inclusive, all things magic show, where we talk about magic tricks. We give you a chance to win some news, what's going on in the magic world. But also, we like to also bring you things that are like pro tips, advice, tips, right? That we can bring your way as well. So that's what we're going to do right about now. And we will do that with our pro tips segment. Let me just get my notes up here. Get ready to get involved. I always love to get your thoughts on this. But tonight, our pro tip, our topic of the week is this. Welcome to this week's pro tip. It is all about pocket management. Stop digging and start performing. That's right, friends. This is all about pocket management when you are performing. And of course, this is going to be a little more specific for close-up workers out there, people that do strolling and walk around magic and stuff like that. But this is all about being ready. So you don't look like a raccoon going through a freaking dumpster looking for stuff, right? So let's go ahead and jump in and be honest with me. Have you ever been in mid-performance and you start looking for maybe your Sharpie or your coins or your cards, and you go from this pocket or you go to this pocket, or you just can't find it and you're just kind of like frazzled? If you have done that, drop a thumbs up in the chat, or drop a hands up in the chat. Go ahead and do that and let me know if you've been in a performance situation where you are frazzled because you can't find where you put something. Let me know, or just type the word yes. That'll work too. But it's happened to me. It happens sometimes still when I just put something in the wrong pocket. Hopefully, though, we're not like letting it freak us out, but stuff like this does happen along the way. So let me know if that is something that has happened to you out there, because it is a real thing, right? So I'm not judging by it, because I've done it too. I know you've done it. Chris Angel's done it. David Blaine. Everybody's done it, right? It happened, right? But let's fix it. Let's acknowledge it, and let's fix it. As Ken Dum says, yes, it's a trick for myself when I can't find something. It's like the disappearing trick part, right? Ron Jackson says, that's exactly why I tear the tabs off my card box. It saves me time getting the cards out of the box. Yep, that's also very, very helpful. Justin Teeman says, most magicians look like 6 pounds of nuts in a 4-pound bag. Yeah, just kind of bulging, right? You see the guys behind me bulging with the cards and all the stuff out there. So let's break it down, right? Let's break it down. Why is this important to start, right? Why is it important to worry about and be prepared and have your pocket management down, right? It creates a smoother flow. You can go from one trick to another much easier, much quicker, and everything just feels good, right? There's no distractions, right? Which would also lead you, I guess, feeling more confident in what you're doing. You're not having to second guess. The confidence of you just doing one thing, you don't even have to look for it. You just grab in here and there's your deck, and now you're ready. And it just looks and feels more confident as well. Lou put the hand up that yes, this has happened to him, where he's kind of gone looking for something. I don't know where I put this, right? Happens to me, trust me. Steve Timpkins says, I get a lot of dirty work done with my pocket fumbling. I guess that's another way to look at it. You could look at that moment as misdirection to do things. And I know Greg Wilson does that with some of his, the ditches and the things that he does, where he's kind of patting himself down and he's actually ditching stuff with it. Pitch and ditch, I think is what he calls it, right? Or something like that. Ron Jackson, my main coin routine is always in the same small pocket. Yep, the small one. Inside the main pocket of both jeans and dress pants. Yes, I definitely use that pocket myself for the TT, because I do the dual switch. Malik says he resembles that remark, so there we go. And also it allows you to focus on the magic, right? Like, we have so many other things to think about. What am I saying? What am I doing? Are they there? Are they listening? There's so much we have to worry about. The last thing we want to think about is, damn, where's the thing? right? So it just helps you kind of stay focused on the magic and makes you look like a pro when you are performing. Did I get the name right? Ditch and switch. I was close. Ditch and switch. Okay. Just as important as the pocket management is returning everything to its place so it can be found at the next table. That's a great thing too. Yeah, like it's one thing to start that way, right? To start the evening, you walk out, you're ready, and then once you get to the third table or the third group, you have everything all over the place, like a tornado just hit, and you have no idea where anything is. Great sub pro tip there. And Ken Dunn, make sure everything goes back in the same place. Great tip there. And thank you, David, for the 530 stars. You're too kind. Thank you, David. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
Want lessons in pocket management? Watch Dave Neighbors. Yeah, I mean, Dave is one of those old pros that definitely knows his stuff. So a great resource, I'm sure. C. Roper, I try to make every trick start and end with the same props going to and from the same pockets. Full circle there. I like that, Mr. Roper or C. Roper. I appreciate you chiming in there. Mark Coleman says, I try and keep things in my pocket that I can use for multiple tricks. Less stuff I can stretch out further. Yes, that is very, very smart as well. So you could do, maybe even if it's like the same prop and maybe do different tricks with it. I like your style there, for sure. Manny DeMago, I used to have that problem. Then I bought myself and became a connoisseur of fine satchels where everything has its place. Took me a while to smarten up about it and focused more on performance. So yes, those satchel bags. I know the shoulder bags are also very cool and hip, depending on what you're wearing. That could also go with that. So there we go. But it's definitely the small things like this that we should think about as magicians that make up the bigger performance as a whole and make it feel good, right? So let's break it down, right? So maybe have like each pocket have its own role. Maybe the front right pocket of your pants is coin tricks. Maybe you have a couple different coin tricks. Maybe that's the coin trick pocket. Maybe the left pocket is for, I don't know, card tricks and maybe a packet wallet. So you've got your or if you're wearing a jacket, obviously I would put the deck of cards maybe up here, or I've got my Colt 52 holder on my side to break up more pocket space there. But in general, breaking up where maybe different type of effects live will kind of help you stay focused on where the stuff is instead of just being scattered all over the place, which, leave it to me, the guy that has stuff scattered everywhere is on creating magic and performing in the house, creating and working on stuff. Yeah, who would think that I would be thinking about trying to stay organized when it comes to performing magic? Pocket management and reset go hand in hand, and that's true too. Yeah, when it comes to resetting magic as we go, which is we all know is a very important thing to do, having that pocket management along with the reset, maybe even resetting as you go and getting everything back where it needs to go, all in one swoop, really is a solid pro thing to do there for sure. And yes, John Bourne does have a great shoulder bag. Yes, he does. Billy says that's why he likes cargo pants and shorts. Yeah, you got those extra pockets. Right on. Certainly the next suit that I get, I'm going to have my tailor make at least 3 pockets on each side for me for different things. I've already thought about what I want and where. So you could even do that. You could get some stuff tailored for you to even help you organize things even better when it comes to performing. So there we go. But the cool thing is, once you know where everything is, then you don't have to think about where each specific thing is. So again, back to like the bigger things as a whole, card tricks, coin tricks, maybe money tricks up here, whatever it is, at least now your mindset's more clear on where everything is. So that's a good thing to think about, right? So there we go. And yeah, I mean, obviously when it comes to picking out your attire, find jackets or the type of stuff that you're going to wear that has either already got built-in extra pockets for stuff, or think about getting things made for you, like I just mentioned a moment ago. And if you're wearing, if you're doing table hopping, depending on how nice the restaurant is, I know they do have some holsters and some things that you can wear now to help you store things on you. As a magician in Vegas, I don't think the fanny pack is the way to go. If you do that, that's on you. But I think maybe if we want our magic to look and feel professional, maybe we should leave the fanny packs at home. I don't know. I'm just saying. But I think the most important tip out of all this is just don't overload yourself, right? You don't want bulging pockets of shit. You don't want all these things on you. Like I've got, oh my God, this whole side of me has got I've got every trick I know on this side. And I have all the other new stuff I want to do on this side. And I want to I'm like a walking magic shop. I want to do this trick. No, I want to put it back and do this one. And let's just make sure we don't overdo it too, right? Like there's enough's enough. Don't go overboard when it comes to how much stuff you're putting on you as well. Also, another tip with this is when it comes to practicing before you're performing, maybe practice the order that you're going to do the stuff in, which goes back to some things that were being said earlier about resetting, things like that. When you're practicing before the performance in your own private space, go in order. Go in the order that you're going to do the stuff, even if it's a strolling gig. And that way you are putting things back as you go, and the flow is what you'll then carry over to the actual performance that you're doing, right? And Steve Zelke says, yes, Luke Dancy, no fanny packs. Yes, I will definitely stand behind that for sure. Josh says, I'm working at a rooftop bar every Friday evening this summer, even without overdoing it. It gets sweaty and it's hard to get that stuff out. Yeah, I get it, man. Even when I'm wearing the suit, I put stuff into my breast pocket of my shirt, like a card, and by the end of the night, that card is soaked. So I get it, right? Totally get it. Regardless of what pocket management system you choose to use, the key is practicing your routines until reaching for them flows as smoothly as the effects themselves. Yes, screenshot that. That's a great tip. Again, everything will flow. You practice, you go through all the routines, everything goes back, everything flows. It feels good, right? So there we go. How we doing, Ed? Ed Hollingsworth looking for a win tonight. Always nice to see you. And Ed, congrats. I know you've been getting some momentum there on the socials. Congrats on that. I've been seeing you post more and more content, and I can see you're really having fun with it. So congratulations on that, Mr. Ed. C. Roper says the company 511 makes awesome jeans and shorts. They have extra pockets. They look great and can hold extra props. They'll market to the tactical community. They market to the tactical community, but work great for my magic props. Very cool. I know that Charlie Fry, in a more social setting, like an everyday setting, he wears the carpenter pants, which has those extra pockets. I know that Garrett Thomas has customized some of his pants to give him some extra pockets to ditch and do stuff for storage. You got it, Ed. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. And again, I can tell you're having fun with it, so I'm very happy for you. Rick Mears from my pub gigs in the summer when it gets hot. I'll wear a Hawaiian shirt, black dress pants, and a black server's apron for my magic. And yeah, I mean, if it fits the locale, if it fits the space, definitely do it to it and make it work for you, for sure. Did you all hear, though, he said practice. Practice is the word, right? That's definitely the word. Practice. Yes. Sarah Wilson, how we doing out there? Hello. Nice to see you joining us tonight. Appreciate you joining us. So let's go ahead and start to wrap up this as we are jumping through this topic of pocket management. Let's hear from you. What is your current pocket setup? I would love to hear from you as well. Do you have the different groups of things in different pockets? Or in general, what are you using for your storage? I know we had some people mention the holsters. There's even some vests you can buy now with some different pockets. But how are you storing things, or how are you organizing your props when you are performing? So if you've got a killer pocket tip of your own or a storage tip, drop it in the chat. And you never know, you might help out another magician out there watching tonight, because it's not just about me sharing what I know. It's doing this as a community and doing it together, because I don't know everything and you know stuff I don't know. So please share it in the chat. Share the things that definitely work for you. Okay. We also have David saying, instead of Hawaiian shirts, Area makes Vintech brand dress shirts that are cooling and extra pockets. The cooling part I like a lot. And of course, the extra pockets is a bonus for magicians for sure. So yes, I meant to actually look into those. Yeah. But remember that while it's not flashy, this is not a flashy tip, right? This is not a flashy thing, a topic to talk about. But these are the type of things that separate the average performer or maybe someone that's just getting started that hasn't really thought about all those other things from that in the pro. The person that goes in, goes through the motions, does the stuff, does a great job, and doesn't have to think about all the extra things, right? So while it's not sexy, it will make you look sexy when you're performing, and that's always a good thing, right? Less fumbling, less of this is good, unless you're using it for some misdirection, which we talked about earlier. So there we go. So the next time someone asks you how you can make a trick or the tricks you do so smooth, all you have to do is say, hey, it's all in the pockets. It's all in the pockets. So Those are the pro tips this week. When it comes to pocket management, think about that. Stop digging for stuff and start performing. Do it to it, friends. You got this. And of course, along the way, if you have any other thoughts and tips, drop them in the chat. We are here to help each other. That's what this is all about, along with all the other fun stuff that we do. So be sure to share your tips in there too. Speaking of tips, I wanted to bring up something. This was something I found the other day that kind of went from our topic from last week, which was about how to handle hecklers. And if you guys haven't yet, be sure to watch our YouTube video from last week where we actually talk all about how to handle hecklers in a professional way. This one is a clip showing Matt Franco. In his segment in his show, he has a Matt Franco blackjack table rolled onto the stage, and he does a whole set of close-up magic with some cameras and stuff. Excuse me. And he brings people up. And this is something that challenging. Matt stuck with it. He got the guy, but this is just another example that it doesn't matter if you're performing at a bar, a restaurant, a hired show in someone's house, or on a Las Vegas stage. This one's at the Link Hotel and Casino here in Las Vegas. This is something I think is a great, it just shows that we're all dealing with the same stuff.
Think of one that's hard to guess, make sure you know the suit and everything. You have one in mind or no?
The Joker.
No. You said the Joker. Well, first of all, you just set it up.
Joker's over there.
I understand that.
So, you're the magician, not me.
I didn't say you were. Are you confused?
I'm sorry, how many are in this deck versus how many are
How many are in this deck? This is the 4 aces, sir.
Okay.
What is the question?
Well, I want the Joker. You asked me to pick a card.
No, I didn't say a card out loud. I said think of one in your head.
Oh.
Now you said Joker. We all heard it. You understand? I want you to think of one. Make sure you know the suit and everything. Let me know if you have one in your head or not. Don't pick ace of spades or queen of hearts. Those are always too easy. Pick a good one, John. You see, you gotta get through this. As I put cards here, go ahead, John. You just go ahead and you tell me stop.
Stop.
Here? Or you want one more?
One more.
One more packet?
No.
Two more?
Yeah, right there.
Right here?
Yep.
Only what you
But
want.
I
You know
want you
what?
to pick that card, not the top one.
You want that one and not that one?
Yeah.
Okay, whichever one you want, just slide it out. You said this one. I don't want you to think I'm going to cheat. Slide it out. Okay. No. You get over here. You push it over there. They can't see. You understand?
sorry.
Yeah. We keep it where they can see it. You stop where you want, and you say, not this one, I want that one. Mm-hmm. Remember, I asked you to think of any card. Nice and loud for the first time. What was the card? Because any card, I have 52 cards here. What was the card you were thinking? Nice and loud?
Well, besides it,
Nice and loud, sir.
I was thinking of the two of clubs.
Two of clubs?
No way.
Come on, Las Vegas, let's go!
So I know this is touching on the topic from last week, but this was too good not to share with our friends out there because let's be honest, you will get people like this challenge you. They want to think they got you. They don't want to play along. But Matt Franco, a true pro in every sense, still comes through with the moment. And you heard the audience along the way supporting Matt, right? They were on his side. He held stern. He did his thing. And I love to see that. So Matt Franco, if you come to town for Magic Live, any convention, any vacation, definitely check him out over at the Link Hotel and Casino. He's got one of the best shows on the Las Vegas Strip. And he's a friend of ours here at All Things Magic as well. That was so good. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. That internal voice in Matt's head, I can only imagine you were. No kidding, man. No kidding. Hell yeah, right? So, yeah, I thought that was definitely worth sharing here with you guys. All right. So there we go. Good stuff from Matt Franco. Vegas headliner. And Magician of the Year, right? Voted by the Academy of Magical Arts. Voted as Magician of the Year. Great guy. Orlando says, how long of a set do you do, Luke, when you are doing strolling? That's a very, very good question from our friend Orlando Rodriguez. So when I'm doing strolling magic, it really depends on how big the event is. You know, several of the events I've done recently have been about 200 people. So for 200 people, if I'm there for a couple of hours, and usually these corporate things I do, they book me for 2 hours. It's usually about a 10 to 15 minute hangout with them. A set could be one longer thing, and it all depends on the crowd, right? It really all depends on the crowd. Am I trying to, do they want me to just focus on this person? Hey, Luke, do this for this guy. He booked the event. Or do you want me to do something for the group, kind of have different ways to perform for different settings, right? But in general, for a larger group, I'll do 10 to 15 minutes, or I'll do 5 to 10 minutes if it's not going so good. And that's the nice thing about strolling magic is if we're not having a good time or the audience isn't really into it, you can just cut it short, say goodbye, and go find some people that really like what you do. That is one of the best things. In a show like we just saw with Matt, he's kind of stuck with the guy until he gets him off the stage. In the strolling world, we can just walk away from them and say goodbye. So yeah, in smaller settings though, where I had a booking, I did not end up doing it because I actually quoted more than I usually do because I really didn't want to do it. They wanted me for I think an hour or two, and there were going to be like I think 60 to 70 people. In those settings, I would definitely do longer sets, or I would do a couple of tricks, and then I might go back to them later as a callback. So I still get more time with them. It's just I've done some stuff, I move on, I do some other stuff, and then I can do callbacks to multiple groups if I want. Because you're always going to find like that sweet spot of like one great spectator or two. At every gig you do, there's always at least a couple people that are just loving what you do, or they just love magic, or they want to talk shop with you. And so you do definitely need to make your way around. But smaller groups, I'll definitely try to spend a little more time, like the smaller event, I should say. But when it comes to a larger event with like a couple hundred people, 10 minutes is probably the best. 15 if you really have a good crowd and you really want to milk it, because then that gets other people interested too. So there you go. And it's not even about how many tricks you do. It's just about being aware of how long you're there, for sure. And I would say, make sure you remember that you were there for the whole group, not just for one group. So it's very easy to get lost in what you're doing when you're having fun, right? So there we go. Ron Jackson says it always depends on the crowd. The hard part is leaving a really fun crowd. Exactly. But that's why we have the old callback, or we can go back later and have fun with them too. How are we doing with our stars, raffle tickets, etc.? Well, down here in the stars, big thank you to Steve Zelke for helping us do that. We're looking great. Haven't had a chance to look at the raffle tickets and stuff yet, so I will definitely do that. So why don't I do that now? We'll do our first giveaway after we do our throwback. Each week we like to feature magicians from different eras, different parts of time. And this magician today is someone that I didn't really know a whole lot about growing up. And I kind of studied him more and more as time went on, to be honest with you. And it's really fun doing these segments with you guys. This is the All Things Magic page, our page, a public page. We just hit 52,000 followers, which I think is great. And the reason I say that is because a lot of the content that we get reach on are the throwbacks. Last week, we featured Doug Henning, a full Doug Henning performance, some close-up magic. And these thousands of people enjoy these videos. And for me, I think the best part about that is that
When I first started out in magic,
it just shows that while this is dated, obviously footage and stuff, people still love good magic. And so this is the one that we showed on here last week. And it's nice to see that the public at large also loves seeing magic from these different eras. So thank you to everyone that's dropped a follow on our page, that's liked what we do. It means a lot. And I love the fact that we can keep that, the history and the old stuff of magic alive. It makes me really proud that we have that ability. And today's magician that we're going to be featuring is actually Sylvan. Sylvan was someone, again, that I didn't know a whole lot about, but during his later years, he was awarded the Magician of the Year twice, not just once, but twice, from the Academy of Magical Arts. He's also in the Hall of Fame for the Society of American Magicians. And the Magic Circle also gave him the Devant Award for services to international magic. So yeah, this is a magician that's, he was around in the 30s. That's when he was born, but he was definitely around in the early days of magic. You can see the black and white. This was him in his older days here. But I've got a really nice clip of him performing some manipulation on stage, and I thought that it would be fun to share it with you here. So this is a little known an illusionist that not everyone's familiar with, but you certainly will be now. So enjoy the magic of Sylvan. Hey. Sylvan, the Italian legend, 88 years, still kicking. Our friend Luca actually let us know that, is he still performing? What did he say? Yes, Luca says, still performing, extraordinary charisma. Yes. Very cool to hear that he's still doing what he's doing, man. That's awesome. So thanks for sharing that, Luca. All right. So yeah, it was Sylvan, 88 years young, still around doing this stuff. Yes. Cute bunny. Yes, that was kind of cool to see the rabbit at the end, right? Pull the rabbit out. There we go. All right, friends, I have tallied up our raffle tickets. Let me do one last refresh here to make sure I'm not missing anybody. I grabbed all of our stars from Facebook, and we're going to do our first giveaway for our supporters right about now. Let's have some fun with the giveaway. All right, everybody, these are the supporters from tonight so far. These are the people that have picked up the raffle tickets that we offer here at All Things Magic. Put a link in the chat if you want to have a chance to win our big prize tonight. Over $300 worth of magic. You can enter for as little as $5. It's true. It is true. The first giveaway tonight, though, is one of our smaller giveaways, and we'll do that right about now. Also, a quick thank you to everyone that has supported us so far with your raffle tickets or the stars or whatever. Thank you. Here we go. Steve Z, Conan wins. Steve has been blowing us up tonight with his support. So Steve Z now has the tough decision to make if he wants to keep the prize that he already won, or if he would like to go for a big, big prize on our bonus wheel. Of course, as you guys know, we have the same number of prizes as we do these guys, the whammies. If it does land on a whammy, that means that there is no prize for that spin or no winner for that spin. So we do not want to see any whammies. We want to see big money, big prizes, but no whammies. Let's see, though, how Steve Z is feeling when it comes to our press your luck shenanigans around here. What's he want to do? What's he feeling tonight, huh? Does Steve Z want to press his luck, or does he want to keep the prize? If Steve Z rather has stepped away, we will just go ahead and scoot along and let him keep the prize. But it is his decision, at least for a few more moments here. So we will do a... he wants to press it. He has spoken. Steve Zelke has spoken, which means we will press his luck. Here we go. Let's do it to it. All right, it is the fun time of the show. That wheel is now loading up, so we'll give it a moment here to populate so I can scoot on over to the bonus wheel here. And each week we add different prizes. We like to mix things up and keep it fun and fresh. Speaking of prizes, I will show you one of the prizes up for grabs tonight in our $300 mystery bag of magic. And it looks like this wheel has officially kicked off over here. It's a little laggy, but it will do. I don't know why it's so there we go. All right, there we go. It's moving and grooving a little bit. Here we go. All right, sorry about that. It's my computer's running a little slow there. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let me actually kill this one. See if that helps. Let's see. Okay, I think we're good. Good luck, Steve Zelke. Let me just shuffle this up a little bit. And by the way, much love to the wifey for the homemade lasagna tonight. I've been munching while I was watching some Sylvan, enjoying some lasagna, because, you know, he's Italian. I'm having a little Italian thing. Freaking whammy. Are you kidding me? It was like that close. It was that close, I tell you. No, 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 no. No. Yeah, boo to the whammies is right. That's not cool. Well, I will actually remove the top whammy that you see here on the page, so at least puts the odds in our favor better. Let me go ahead and do that right now. You'll watch the whammy disappear. So it is one less whammy to worry about tonight, but we will try again soon. Don't forget, if you are just watching now and you would like the chance to win, we do have another free giveaway coming up here shortly. All you need to do is type in the word win to let us know that, and you'll be entered up on our prize wheel over here. What are you eating tonight, Luke Dancy? I'm having lasagna, homemade lasagna from the wifey. Homemade lasagna, the good stuff from her. Oh, yes. There's someone looking for a win. Mr. Fred Aaron. How we doing, Fred? Thanks for letting me know you're out there. Appreciate you being here. Also, Mr. Brendan. He's looking for a win out there. How we doing, Brendan? You are ready. And thank you, Fred, for the like. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, my friend.
Well, thank you very much.
Alrighty, friends. Let's keep it moving here a little bit. C. Roper, did I not have you on the wheel? Thought I had you. Let's just... I don't like to leave anybody out. Let me do a quick search for you. I do not have you. So thanks for the heads up. You are now added to the wheel. Right over there. Cool. All right. You're doing the same. You're having lasagna. We're lasagna buddies tonight, Orlando. We're lasagna buddies. Go. And I see Sergio Soto out there. He's also looking for a win. Sergio. All right, buddy. You are all set. Got you covered. All right. Some other exciting news in the Magic world that I wanted to share with you, including, we were just talking about him a moment ago, Mr. Steve Zelke. Not only is he an amazing supporter around here, but Steve Zelke also puts on a mean close-up convention, and I am proud to be part of that. March 26th through the 28th in 2026. It'll be here before we know it in St. Louis, actually in Collinsville, Illinois, right outside of St. Louis. And this is a great lineup of magicians, including a 2-hour special lecture by Randy Wakeman and Kevin Kelly, a tribute to Ed Marlowe, which is really cool. They both have connections to Ed Marlowe, so that is cool. This is the lineup of people: Randy Wakeman, myself, Chad Long, Kevin Kelly, Danny Chang, Steve Myers, Jimmy Ichiana, and Steve Freeberg. Also, I'm not going to reveal anything here, but Steve Zelke, what I will tell you is I did speak with the person I told you I would speak about, if they would be interested in joining me there, and they said yes, they would be on board. So wanted to share that with you here. Sorry, friends, I can't tell you who that is, but Steve Zelke, because I know you're watching, they're interested. So we'll talk. We will talk later this week, maybe, about what that looks like. If you guys would like to go ahead and pick up an early registration for this, this is coming your way in the chat now, Gateway Close-Up Convention. And this is a smaller close-up convention, so you get more, you just get to feel like you're part of something as opposed to the bigger conventions where you're just another. It's kind of like going from elementary school to college, right? Elementary school, everyone kind of knows each other. It's kind of fun. You go to college and you're like a number, right? This is one of those where everyone kind of knows each other and is friendly. And if you don't know them, by the time the convention ends, you will know some new friends. You will meet some new friends and know some new people. And again, you will save $50 on the registration if you book before, I think it's September 1st. So there you go. That is a great one. So yeah, and it sounds like there might be a special guest, a mystery guest, which will bring you. Maybe we'll be the first to tell you who that is. I also want to let you guys know about Tricks. This is also coming up this year. Another convention I am proud to be a part of. I'm going to put the link in the chat for this one too. This is another close-up convention. This one's more on the East Coast. It's in Charlotte. The other one's in St. Louis, so it depends on where you're at. We got a couple things covered here for you, these smaller kind of close-up conventions. This one has a guest of honor with Boris Wilde. This is the official lineup now of all the people at Tricks. Danny D. Ortiz, Shimpe, Javier Benitez, Chad Long again. I'll be seeing Chad a lot. Rich Wax, Gabriel Gascon, Joseph Daniels, Robert DeVille, and me, Mr. Luke Dancy. So that's going to be a fun time as well. This is in November, the weekend before Thanksgiving, in Charlotte, North Carolina. So that is also going to be a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to seeing some friends at both of these. It's been a while since I've been back to Charlotte. So I'm looking forward to seeing some of my friends that I grew up around in the Charlotte area. I lived there my whole life before coming out to Vegas. So those are my old stomping grounds. We also have some stuff to tell you about in the Chicago Magic Lounge. Want to give you a quick look at that if you're in the Chicago area. This is the lounge that looks like a laundromat. and you go in and it becomes this beautiful venue once you get past that laundromat look. Appearing this week, we've already missed Monday, but that was Benjamin Barnes and Paige Thompson, Sean Masterson. Today they're actually closed for a private event. Tomorrow they have the Spellbinder, who's been blowing up online. Very cool. He does some Dove stuff there. Also coming up this week, we have Ruben Moreland, who's a great entertainer. It's come a long way since he was just a teen growing up around the Lance Burton competitions and all that. We also have William Pack. We have Greg Van Holzbeck, and Jan Rose is the MC, along with Lee I can't pronounce that. Lee Benzaquin is the MC on Sunday. You can also click here to see the upcoming signature schedule. You've got people like Ryan Plunkett, The Conjurers. We also have we got Justin Purcell, Diego Vargas. So you also get a chance to see who's on the upcoming stuff coming up here too. And another venue I wanted to make sure you know about, this is in the Pennsylvania area. This has a very cool performer coming up this week. This is Keller's Magic. This is a comedy club and magic club. So the thing coming up this weekend is the one and only Michael Carbonaro from the Carbonaro Effect. So he is going to be there this weekend, 2 days, Friday and Saturday, 6 o'clock and 8:30. Tickets are $40. And then, of course, as I mentioned, they also have comedians as well. But this weekend is Michael Carbonaro, the 27th and the 28th. Mr. Michael Carbonaro. So that's cool. Seeing some magic like that going around. So there we go. All righty. And also wanted to share this with you. There's been some magic popping up on America's Got Talent. This was a really cool thing Zach Mears did, where he kind of did this interactive bit. People kind of moved around the screen, did some other stuff first, and they all landed on, one thing, the red teddy bear. You can see there. Everyone's saying that they did too, and then he goes back on stage because he had a gift for his daughter. This was a cool moment. This was a new Bond Lee thing. It was kind of cool to see in action here. This was him going up there. Of course, everyone picked the red teddy bear, and then the box he opens up to show his for his daughter, and it becomes a big, big teddy bear from the box. There's no way that could come from there. And Zach Mears did an amazing job. Look at that bear over on America's Got Talent. So it's just nice to see magic starting to pop up again this year. I know last year we had Solange Cardinale doing the quick change stuff. We had Jonathan Burns on there, but really cool to see that. And also the unknown mastermind is now also appearing on America's Got Talent. This is the person that is literally hacking stuff. Not only are they hacking people's phones, they're also hacking people's minds. This was kind of a fun moment from the beginning where this masked person appears in the crowd and starts their act with a bang. That's Mastermind. And then, as I mentioned, this person was doing stuff with phones. They were controlling things through the phone. They were literally controlling people's phones. Like here, he was having the phone open up by itself, stuff like that. So, yeah, this was really cool to see another act popping up on America's Got Talent. So Magic's in the air for the summer. Cyril was also on there. I don't have the clip of that up here, but he did some really cool stuff with chopsticks and cards. So keep an eye out on America's Got Talent for more magic. And when it starts getting to the live voting, make sure you support the magicians on the show. Definitely helps them get further, along the way too. So there we go. The new club coming to Chicago in 2026, Hand in the Eye. Yes, we definitely reported on that. Definitely keep you guys posted on more details as we come across those. But yeah, a very cool sounding idea. The whole idea sounds really, really cool. C. Roper also says they purchased tickets to Ben Jackson's Music, Magic, and Mayhem at the Four Seasons in Houston, Texas. Looking forward to that. So it's another thing, friends. If you're in that area, the Houston area, check that out. Ben Jackson's Music, Magic, and Mayhem at the Four Seasons. All right. Thank you for letting us know about that. And Steve Zelke, another 1,000 stars. You are too kind, sir. You are too kind.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve Zelke. Appreciate you. So yeah, that's a whole lot of magic that is kind of going around. So wanted to bring all that to you as the show goes on. Had a couple other quick things I wanted to share with you. and then we will get through to our big giveaway tonight. We did meet the goal, a big chunk of that, thanks to Steve Zelke. So everyone in the chat, drop in some W. Steves. I want to see, he donated like 10,000 stars at one point. Let's see like 10,000 W. Steves in the chat. It might take a while, but let's do it.
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
So thank you to Steve Zelke. And yes, I see Ken Dumb saying, I forgot to mention one of the prizes. So in our $300 bundle, one of the prizes is a $130 showpiece from Bill Abbott called Soxapil. This is a full-blown act that Bill Abbott put out. And as you know, Bill Abbott, when he puts out stuff, it's for workers. This is something you will freaking use. These retail alone for $130. You're going to get that and a whole lot of other goodies in here. Let me see if there's another thing. There's some stuff in here from John Miranda. There's some John Miranda stuff in here. That's a good one. We'll also drop in. I'll look at some more stuff as we go on here. Yeah, I'll have to go through this because there's a whole lot. There's a lot of stuff in here. So yes, we did meet the goal. We did do that. You do have one last chance, friends, to get in to win this $300 bundle of magic, including that trick I just showed you. These are the raffle tickets coming in. The link. If you want to donate some stars on Facebook, now is the time. And also, if you wanted to do super chats, you can win all this for as little as $5. And your support means the world to us. We did meet the goal, so you still have time to get in there. Because I have one more trick to show you. And then we're going to go ahead and scoot on out of here. This is one I was going to show you real quick. And then I have the actual live performance of something I wanted to share with you too. So this is really nice. This just came out today, actually. If you are the type of person that likes to do things with interactions with the audience and you're able to predict the outcome of things or what someone's going to choose, this is a very, very cool device. It looks just like a shaker. And people can literally write any words that they want on a piece of paper. They can drop it in this thing. You shake it up. You just dump one out, and it's the one that you want them to dump out. This is kind of what it looks like here. Here's a quick look at the video. You can see these are tubes. You do not have to roll it up around the tubes that are included. I wanted to say that too. You can literally give everyone a piece of paper. They just fold it up, and they can drop it in the thing. You shake it up, literally just dump one out, and it is the one that you had already predicted. So this is a very disarming way to force anything really that you want. It's very, very smart, and it is something that I think you can see through it, and you can show all the things in there before you put the lid on. You shake it up, and then you just dump out the one that you want. So that is called Shaker from Ma'arif. Not familiar with the name, but a very cool device that I saw today. And I watched the instructional, and I'm like, yeah, this is actually really cool. So there you go. That is the link in the chat for you there for that, if you're interested in that one. And the other thing I really wanted to share with you before we wrap up tonight's show is this. This is freaking great. Actually, there's two things I want to share with you real quick. And this one too, if you guys do any type of walk-around magic, this one is from Michael Lamar and Losander. This is not a new release, but they haven't been available for a long time. And this one, you're actually able to, at a walk-around strolling event or a dinner party, you can make a glass float around, a borrowed glass. There could even be liquid in it. And this is a very, very cool thing here called Exquisite. Again, this is from Amar and Losander. So you have a silk, you cover the glass. It then floats around in typical Losander style. You can even have them grab the other end and kind of help you do the thing. Get the nice displays here with the borrowed glass. At the end, it lands back on their hand. And the glass is 100% examinable. So that's called Exquisite. You know, it's a great thing for those walk-around situations, especially if you're doing those dinner parties or things like that. So we'll also put the link in the chat for this one. Exquisite. Spelled that right. So that one's another keeper. And this one, this is one you're going to watch a full performance of. This is called Supercharged. I freaking love it when people take classics of magic and update it for now, for modern times. And that's exactly what Steve Gore has done with this. Instead of using the ropes to do like the Professor's Nightmare, he now uses charging cables. Come on. I'm literally plugged into my phone right now. Everyone uses these things. Everyone knows what they are. They're very common, and I have a full uncut performance of this. It's not just the Professor's Nightmare, though. there's more that he does with it. I think he does the whole thing on here. So this is modern, taking an oldie, bringing it up to date. And if you are looking for something that packs small and plays big, good audience involvement, and uses something everyone knows now, this is called Supercharged, and I know you're going to love it. So here's the full uncut performance of it.
Amazing. Brilliant. So, I'll show you something that's not cards, okay? Now, we all have a bunch of these around the home.
We do.
Okay. USB cables, USB charging cables. Now, I've got one cable that's sadly a little bit too small. You can have a look at that one. I've got one cable that's a nice average size. You can have a look at that one. And young man, you can have the giant one, okay?
Whoa.
You can have the
I
jumbo
think it's
cable.
taller than you.
So examine the cables.
That's like the one Mummy's got next to the sofa.
Is it?
Yeah.
It looks very cable.
Very
It's
cable.
very cably.
So examine the cables, make sure nothing's strange around. Does a small one stretch? Does it get any bigger?
It does not. I don't want to pull
Oh,
it.
don't put
Don't want to pull the ends, but
I mean,
no, it
cables
doesn't.
don't stretch, do they?
Nope.
No. Can I have the jumbo cable back? Thank you. You can let go. I've got the jumbo one. I've got the small one.
Are you happy with the long one?
You got the medium one there?
It's the most inspected cable.
Okay. So we've got the 3 cables. Now, do you know any magic words we could use for cables?
Abracadabra.
That's a very good one. But for cables, should we say abrachargedabra?
Okay.
Abrachargedabra.
Abracharged.
Or my favourite, izzy wizzy hair gets frizzy.
Oh, yeah.
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 That gets frizzy.
Got frizzy
Is
hair.
it here?
I've got the
Yeah,
3
that's frizzy.
cables.
Yeah.
Not
You
frizzy.
watching?
Okay.
You watching? Step back. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
What?
See, that's the small cable there. Yeah. That's the medium-sized cable there. That's the jumbo cable there. Anytime I can say the other magic word though of Shazam, give him a little flick, and we're back to being the little small tiny one again.
What?
The medium and the jumbo.
That is unbelievable.
How? You went like this. I swear.
He separated. We separated them out and
took a
showed
look.
them to us.
He took a little bit of the length from that.
That
and
was
put it onto this
amazing.
one.
That's brilliant.
Wait. Oh!
Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do something which no magicians ever do. I'm going to repeat a magic trick.
Oh.
Oh, you got to watch really carefully this
Okay.
time.
So
Okay.
now you know what's happening.
Yep.
Yeah?
Got the jumbo. Got
Yep.
the small. Have you got the medium-sized one? Perfect.
I don't know.
You're watching closely.
You're watching closely. You can see them there.
there.
Get the other ends. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. 1, 2, 3. 1.
I don't understand how.
Two.
I was looking really close. I couldn't have got
Brilliant.
Oh,
Absolutely
sometimes you just got to
brilliant.
do
Can you hold that a moment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, pop quiz. I can't speak. Pop quiz question. How many USB cables do you reckon you've got in your home?
In my home.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. I don't know.
84.
Yeah.
84?
No, I mean, so well.
1, 2, 3.
I've got
Well,
Let's say 4.
let's say 4. Probably
we
more
got
than that.
way
You've
more.
got
No, we
Well,
do.
four.
Yeah. Let's say
2,
16.
16. Okay.
Yes.
No, let's say 80.
That's a good number.
We got 7. We've actually got 7. I counted them.
No, we have
Okay.
more than
No,
that.
because there's.
Anyway,
Anyway.
we've said 16.
It's fine. I've got those 2 tied together. I'm just
Yep.
going to tie these 2 together now. Tie them together.
Right.
You can check the knots, make sure they're
Yep,
all
that's,
solid.
you were clearly a Boy Scout. That's an excellent knot.
Thank you. Thank you kindly. Now, what we can do with these knots here, if I go one knot for you,
Thanks.
one knot for you,
We got
and we're just left with one jumbo cable.
That's the
Oh.
I got to know.
Brilliant.
Your face. I got to know. What? Do you want to know that?
Yes, please. Thank
How
you.
can you get? Thea, you want to do it like that? Yeah, but like, how do you get something through that?
Thank you.
That's brilliant. Well done.
Heyo, come on, tell me that's not fun, right? You take something like the classic Professor's Nightmare, and now you update it. And it's one of those like light bulb moments like, shit, why didn't I think of that, right? And yes, if you are wondering, I think it's also mentioned in here, and I love how they say audience, they connect with USB cables, right? And yes, the cables, not that you're actually use them for this, but yes, the cables are actually fully functional as well. So they're not just props. These are actually cables that will work. So I love the idea of doing the classic and then going into the routine where you actually pull off the knots as well from the rope, the longer cable at the end. So there you go. And there's also some other bonus ideas and things like that. But I like the fact that it actually uses real ones, and you can, if at the end someone wants to try to plug it in, it would charge their phone. So anyway, there you go. That is Supercharged. Had a feeling you guys might like that one. A lot of great magic to tell you about this week. So that is another solid piece here for you. Supercharged. Alrighty, friends. We are going to do our big giveaway. I want to show you another one of the things in the giveaway. This is an amazing tool that I know that you will love. It's not just one thing you can do with this. This is a $100 spin pad game night. This is basically like a tossed out book test. Not tossed out book test. Yes, like a tossed out book test. But it's like the spin pad concept, but there's some other clever stuff going on in here. So this is very cool because it looks just, I'm going to see if I can open it. There we go. This looks just like a book that you would have for like charades or something. So you would have this in your house. It just looks like something you'd find in like a Target or a Walmart or something. But anyway, this is from Brett Berry over at SpinPad, and a very, very clever idea. And again, these sell for $100 on their own. So this is also going to go in one lucky person's magic mystery bag tonight, along with the Bill Abbott trick, along with the John Miranda ticket trick, which is really fun too. And some other stuff too. Some other fun surprises in here. A little piece of magic in here. Some of it's a surprise. From Michael Chatelain. We got some magic in here from Patrick Kuhn. There's a very cool version of the insurance policy with matches. So I got a lot of fun stuff in here in this $300 bundle going to one of you guys or gals out there. So that is what's going on right now. Well, let's go ahead and wrap up with our free giveaway for one lucky person. Let's go ahead and do that first, and then we'll do our big giveaway. Okay? Alrighty, friends. Thanks for being here, and we'll go ahead and shuffle this up and see who our last free winner is tonight. Here we go. Hey, congratulations going out to Mr. Joe Berman.
Congratulations!
Mr. Joe, we are going to drop in a $10 store credit to your account at the All Things Magic shop. So let me go ahead and do that right now. We'll go ahead and do this for Mr. Berman. We will do it to it right about now. Let me find this and this. And it does literally pay to watch the show. Am I right or am I right? So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'll do it in a little bit because this is getting all messed up. So Joe, do me a solid. If you're out there, drop us an email so we can make sure we get that right. But we'll do it. We'll get you hooked up with your $10 to spend how you like at the All Things Magic Shop. As always, our friends all have 1 week to claim the prizes, so be sure you do that before the week is up, or those prizes are not valid after that. But again, congratulations.
Congratulations!
To Joe. All righty. And now it is the time. The time is now. Again, a big, big, big thank you to Steve Zelke for helping us get this far tonight, and to everyone else that donated towards the show. I see Mike Miller did recently as well. We've got a lot of great friends that supported us. Doug James, we had Mike Hankins, we had our friend Sammy, we had Malik, we have Scott R. Smith, Steve Zelke, on and on and on. The list goes on and on. You guys out there are the best, and thank you for continuing to show your support for us. Let's go ahead now and finish up on a bang. All the supporters are here. Let me just make sure there wasn't any last second additions. Let me just do that real quick. Lou Winton, we got you up over there, Mr. Lou, so you are all set for that. you were the last on the raffle tickets. So this is for the big bundle, the big $300 bundle. Thanks to all of you. Let's see who that will be. And if you see repeats, some people bought multiple entries. So good luck, everybody. It's a good one. Here we go. Congratulations. Sorry, David. I saw David was right above you, but Ryan Garber got it. And Mark Coleman, we did get your raffle ticket. You were on there. So thank you, Mark. But congratulations tonight to Ryan Garber. I know Ryan's been looking for a win for a minute. And this was a great one to pick up, Ryan. So congratulations to you.
Congratulations!
You could see him there saying, no way. Way for you, Ryan Garber. That's well earned on your side, man. I know you've been fighting the fight for a minute. And that is a great one to pick up. So all of this will go now over to you. Of course, you do need to do one last thing for me, and that is to drop us an email, info@allthingsmagic.com, to claim your prize, and we will get that nice bundle of stuff over to you right away. As always, friends, if you are a winner, again, 1 week window of time, and also if you do reach out to us, give us that 24, 48 hours to respond to you. Of course, all of our customers and orders go out first. That's our priority. And we get to our winners and stuff as soon as we can after that. But if you don't hear back from us like the same day, it's okay. It'll be all right. We will get you hooked up. We never miss out on taking care of you guys for that. So congratulations again to Ryan on being our big winner tonight. Love it.
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
All right. Now one goes out to Steve Zelke. That goes out to Steve Zelke right there. So, yes. All right. Matthew Horowitz says, when I have to get the shaker, it's going to be a great addition for the Magic Show with me and Joshua Weiner. There you go, Matthew. I think you'll really like it, my friend. And if I'm not mistaken, you have some store credit to use at our shop, so make sure you use it. All righty. Let me go ahead and scoot this out of the way. I think that was all my notes. That was all my stuff. So that is that. And if you're looking for something to watch, if you haven't already, do not miss Justin Willman's new special on Netflix, Magic Lover. It is top-notch, highly recommended. If you're looking for something to do, that is it. Don't miss out on Justin Willman. And we'll do real quick something I missed out on doing the last couple weeks.
3, 2, 1, let's go!
Recap time, baby. We're going to break it down for you real quick. We'll let you know about all the stuff we talked about. Here we go. These are the magic tricks that we shared with you. These are the things you do not want to miss. If you're in the market for some new magic, we have got you covered with these top picks, and these are the ones we're going to start with tonight. We did a mini review and answered as many questions as we could tonight about this, the Savant deck. A deck of cards that can be handled and shuffled by the spectator, but you are still able to do some impossible things with it, and the price, I think, is more than fair. Brand new, $35, the Savant deck. That is a good one for you. As Matthew just mentioned, this is another great new addition. This is the shaker, a great way to force the information you want to use for prediction or anything else. I really like this one a lot, and I know you will too. The shaker. Very innocent looking stuff. Also, this is back in stock, the bottle pocket. We don't have a ton of them, but we do have more than everybody else. So I'm very excited to have these for you. This is one of those back in stock things you do not want to miss.
Oh, yeah!
It's great. And I know everyone that's been getting these, this one and the bigger one, have loved it. So that is another one of our top magic tricks this week, the bottle pocket release. And we also shared with you a couple other quick things here. Supercharged. This one was the routine I just showed you, using those USB cables, the charging cables. Beautiful idea. Beautiful. That one is there. And then Exquisite. I showed you that too. That is the floating glass. A borrowed glass. It can have liquid in it too. This is from Losander and Michael Ammar. So lots of variety this week with all of this stuff. And we are all excited to bring it to you here at your neighborhood friendly All Things Magic Shop. And as a reminder, if you're new around here, we do not stock every new product that comes out. We only curate and sell the stuff we really believe in and we know is good for you. So have a look on our website and you will be treated very, very well. allthingsmagic.com. All right. So, friends, I'm going to wrap it up here. Let me just scoot on out and thank you for your support. Not just tonight, not just for being here, not just for watching the show, but for you just being part of what we do. And one last thing I want to say before I go. This really is quick. If you are a member of our All Things Magic private Facebook group, make sure you are also signed up for our email list. This is not a marketing ploy. There have been glitches going around Facebook where groups have been getting closed for no reason. There are glitches going around, so make sure you are signed up on our email list at allthingsmagic.com. If you go down to the bottom of the website, there is a subscribe to our newsletter tab right there. We do not spam you. We do not send out a ton of stuff, but I don't think it's going to happen, but there's been some groups on Facebook that have just been wiped out because of some glitches going on in their systems, and I don't know if they're going to come back. So if you want to make sure you don't miss out on what we're up to, be sure you're on our email list, because if the group goes away, I can't change that. So just as a word of heads up, don't think it's going to happen, but you never know. And I don't want us to be left, I don't want you to be left hanging, rather. So that's that. Had to mention that on the way out. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get back over here. And here we go. So thank you guys. And again, happy birthday to Russell Allman III. Happy birthday, buddy. And I love Rich Gilbert's background there. And by the way, Rich, I loved your photo today that you put up. It was great, the one that you did for Taco Tuesday. So take care, guys. Thank you again for being here. And I'll catch you next time. See ya. Nope. I guess we're doing one more spin. Never mind. The wifey has spoken. We're doing one more spin. So that's what we're gonna do. It's not my idea. It was her idea. Let's go ahead and do one more spin. All right. So let's do it. The only caveat is you do need to be here to win it. So we're gonna spin it real quick. If it is someone that's not here, we'll look on the bottom first and then the top. If there's not, we'll go ahead and spin it again. But let's do this. Here we go. And the winner for now is Jody Robbins. So let's see. We'll give Jody about 30 seconds here to claim the prize. I know there's a little bit of a delay with what you guys see and what I just put up. But we'll do a little countdown and see if Jody is still watching. If not, we will go to the person below Jody first, and then we'll go to the person above them. I believe the person, let's see. I'm going to look at my list. This won't count. This will not count. This is not going to count. I hit the wrong button. So I'm going to look on the list and see who was below Jody and then above him. So sorry, Scott. So the list I didn't shuffle. So I'm going to look through here. So on my list, technically below Jody, I'm looking on the wheel too. I want to make sure I have it the right way. Going around. There it is. Craig Peacock is below. So Jody, I don't believe, is here. So Craig Peacock is number 2. So Craig Peacock is the one that we are looking for now. If it's not Craig, then it will be Jeffrey Allen. So Jeffrey Allen, let us know if you're here as well. But Craig Peacock is the backup winner. And then we have Jeffrey Allen. I know Jeffrey was watching. So let's see if one of those two people are here. So Craig Peacock, speak now, or that's that. Okay. And then we will reboot this. Jeffrey Allen is Jeffrey's here. Okay, so Jeffrey is here. So I don't think Craig is here. Okay, so Jeffrey, you are going to pick up the bonus giveaway for sticking around towards the end. So Jeffrey, do me a solid, please. And email us info@allthingsmagic.com, and we'll get you hooked up with a bonus prize, okay? So there you go. That got a little messy at the end, but hey, it was the bonus spin. What are you going to do, right? So there we go. Congratulations to Jeffrey Allen.
Congratulations!
Cool. Now we are officially done. The wifey asked me to do another spin, so when the wifey talks, you listen, right? So let's go ahead and scoot on out of here in style. Here we go. All right. Thanks again, friends. We'll see you all next week. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. And thank you, Doug James. Appreciate you, buddy. Look forward to seeing you this year. It's long overdue, man. Long overdue. Manny D'Amago. Another Festa show. It's literally the best couple hours. Ah, thank you, Manny. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you out there, Eric Elmore, for being here. And yes, congratulations to all the winners. And thank you again to everyone for being here tonight. Appreciate you. Derek Bumpus, we got you, buddy. Thanks for being here tonight. Much love to you and the Bumpus family. Ellis Cohen. There's our big winner. There he is. All right. Appreciate you guys. We'll leave it to Scott R. Smith to lead us out of here. For all of us to have a great, great night. Appreciate you, Scott. And Mark Coleman. Hope you have a great week as well. Thank you, my friends. Much love to all of you.
Thank you, and good night.